NASW Code of Ethics. The mission of social work profession is rooted in a set of core values. These core values embraced by social workers throughout the professionals' history in the foundation of social work, unique purpose and perspective. Service. When you talk about service, it's talking about how you service your client, how you service, for example, the older adult. How would you service? How would you help them out? Social justice is referring to the rights of the individual. For example, older adults to me are the oppressed population, and older adults in the risk of suicide, they need their rights. They need connecting to different resources. Dignity and worth of a person, meaning the self-worth of a person, the dignity of an older adult, um, giving them insight, respecting them, things like that. Importance of human relationships, meaning for social workers connecting with the older adult or your client population and, having that relationship with them. Integrity refers to the honest and moral principles, basically, self-explanatory principles of what's going on, principles of social work. Complexity, something successful. For example, programs and things as social workers, connecting them to different things to help them within the community. Micro and macro level. The micro level talks about how you are not alone, referring to older adults and suicide. Watch out for the warning signs of suicide, and if you believe that your family member is at risk for suicide, get professional help. Also referring to my previous slides when it talked about the social worker's intervention that can be from a micro level. Participating in training and educating yourself on suicide among older adults is also a micro level. When you think about macro level, Pennsylvania has a plan in place that helps prevent suicide among older adults. Pennsylvania older adult suicide prevention is a 5-step public health model of prevention which has been utilized here to identify the problem of suicide in older adults, identifying risks and protective factors, developing and testing interventions, implementing and evaluating interventions. Step 1, defining the problem. According to the CDC, suicide rates increase with age and are among the highest in those 65 and older. In 2001, 5,393 Americans over the age of 65 committed suicide. 85% were men. That's the difference between men and women, as I said in my previous slides. Many older adults who commit suicide have recently visited a primary care physician. 20% on the same day, 40% within 1 week, and 70% within 1 month, according to the National Suicide Prevention Statistics. Step 2, identifying cause through risk and protective factors research. Biological, psychological, and social risk factors. Step 3 and 4, development, institute, and implement interventions which can reduce the impact of risk factors or support protective factors. Suicide prevention programs, substance abuse, the need of people at the end of stage of life, meet local needs and build on local strengths, respect and no discrimination, and culturally sensitive. 3 specific programs have been identified nationally, work in vary of community-based settings, and coordinate with other services including primary care, mental health, and substance abuse. PRISM, primary care research and substance abuse and mental health for the elderly, can help with suicide prevention. Prevention of suicide in primary care, elderly collaborative trial, can help with suicide prevention plan. And Hatford Foundation, improving mood, promoting access to collaborating treatment. That could also, as mentioned in previous articles, the Hatford Foundation can also help with preventing suicide. Step 5, concurrent review, evaluating effectiveness. A community should build an evaluation to determine whether the select intervention will work under local conditions. Determining the costs associated with sustaining programs and comparing those costs to the benefits of the program is additional important aspect of evaluations. Applying to social work practice. Working and connecting with other professionals can assist with suicide prevention among older adults. For example, where older adults go to professionals like primary care physicians, working with them, seeing if they see anything, if as a social worker and I'm working with older adults, just connecting with them and seeing if the patient or client is at risk of suicide. These actions use social work skills in opening channels of communication between other professionals, communication with carers, for example, caregivers, advocating on behalf of individuals with mental health and physical health problems as social workers, and offering acceptance and accessible with support and within the community. My next page is the references that I found. I'll continue on my references. Suicide is not a wish to die, it's a cry for help. I found this very intrigued. I found this very, the word I'm looking for, very open, very honest. I think they don't wish to commit suicide, but if they don't get the help, then they will commit suicide. Older adults and younger adults, that's the similarities. Suicide, we gotta stop it. We gotta help them. So say no to suicide, and let's work with our older adult population and in the community as well as in the workplace. Thank you for listening, and you have a great 4th of July.